Nice. We are live again. How's it going, everybody? Today will be a quick stream. I don't even think we'll get to an hour, but that's okay. We're going to continue testing the rigs that we've been creating over the past couple weeks. So I've been working on, I want to show you guys. Oops. So here's what I have for our other rig. I'll show you the walk cycle I made, but today I want to focus more on posing. So how dynamic can we get some of our poses? Now, while this loads, we're going to be using a different rig today. Oh, here we go. No, this is the wrong guy. So I'll show you the walk cycle after. But we're going to be using a different rig today. We're going to right to modify. And we'll open up this guy. So out of the rigging options on Gumroad, you guys have the free option to download the rig we used last stream. That's free. And then you can, there's another pack that's $1, which you get the rig from last stream, and you also get this other rig. So we'll be testing this guy out today as well. And then you can use both of them in your scene. So already I'm seeing a little bit of a problem here. Right, we fixed the deformer issues, but I think his leg, look. There you go. Just a little auto patch mistake. Okay, cool. So let's go to the timeline, mark the end. We don't have to test this. And this guy also has a master controller as well. So all the rigs that you pay for have master controllers. The free ones, you can do it yourself. So it just saves you a little bit of time. All right, so let's get some of our posing reference out. I think the first one, I want to just have him running from the side. So pretty simple running pose. Okay, so we're going to need our side view. We'll copy, paste. There we go. Now it's ready to animate. And let's go draw overs. Right, so I'm still getting used to these rigs. It was a pretty successful animation session I had before. I'm feeling optimistic about these rigs. So let's go just a red color. We'll go tool properties 3, and then we'll do some smoothing as well. We'll make it like 20. Move this in front. And now let's just draw in our pose. So I kind of want him to be, let's use our rig first. So I want to lean him forward. Just like this. We'll move his arms here. Like that. And they're going to be in fists. So he's really going to be running like full speed or something, like chasing after someone. Ugh. And I really want to get these rigs right. You know, so far we fixed a lot of the problems last week. So let's see how it goes with this guy. The rigs are basically the same though. They're just different color palettes. Right, and we'll point this foot. That's a nice dynamic pose to start off with. Okay, so now we can go into our draw over. We'll go something like this. Right, we can probably get one pose. I got to cut this stream short, I think, this week. But it's okay. We went over last week, so I guess we're even. Right, so I'm really trying to get a nice C curve, right? That's what I'm thinking about when I'm posing, like always. Just like always, these drawovers can be rough, our first ones, and then we refine them as we pose our character. Here, I like the feet. Maybe we'll something like this. I like this negative space. I want an overlap here and also here. And then let's see if we can get this more in the middle. The arm is going to be facing the audience. So maybe something like this. We're probably going to have to turn the fist. I think I have a, no, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Keep it towards the side. Right, we want a lot of movement. I like this. We can keep it like that. 4. And then this will have to go in front, overlap this way. He almost packed.
Can I have that sweater?
Yeah. Oh. What time is it? 5? Yeah, we still have a little bit of time. And let's make his, okay. His expression angry, his hair is going to be dragging, right? But we'll do that after. I just want to mark it down. His back leg, I know it's totally straight in my reference, but let's kind of bend it a little bit. And we will go like this. Right, looking okay, not bad. Let's see. Now let's go in. I like to start with the feet. The feet on this rig, you can really get a lot of good poses, but they're a little bit, it takes a long time to use because you need to draw over because it's all just one deformer, right? So it's very easy to lose control of the feet. So you can get a lot of nice poses, but you got to be careful. I'm still considering if I like this better than just doing drawing substitutions. It's way faster to rig, but it's a little slower to use when you're animating. I don't know. I don't really know what I like better. I'm leaning towards this because you get a lot of freedom. You can basically do any foot position you want, and it animates really well. So I'm leaning towards this, but I also don't have any deadlines to meet. So that also could be a factor. So let's get this nice C curve in. Here, we'll connect these. All right. And then let's do okay. And again, I don't have to be too accurate right now with these drawovers because they're just my first ones. Let's move these here. We can rotate. And then we'll go something like this. Keep that heel there. And another thing too, which I was really messing up the last stream, is these pivot points. I want to move the pivot points and then the deformers. So I don't want to really change the deformers too much because then the pivot point is messed up. So I got to watch out with that, especially in this rig because it's so deformer heavy, right? Like especially for the joints, right? If I move these deformers too much, then the pivot point is going to be messed up. Okay, let's see. Again, this rig is also available on my Gumroad. It's just in the combo pack. So it's $1 really to get 2 rigs. you get all the original like files that I use, like the turnarounds, the hand positions, the mouth positions. You get my rigging templates, and you also get the old Breath of the Wild rig, which I'm probably going to take off my Gumroad soon. So it's pretty good value, I'm guess, for $1. I don't want to try and sell this too much, but just so you guys know it's out there. Right, let's really push this shoulder up. And let's get a nice curve. I'm liking that. We can get a lot of movement with these sleeves as well. So bring them out here. I need to fix this. I like where it is, so let's move our shoulder up here. So I don't have any shoulder joints in this rig. It's kind of just deformers with an overlay line, which I kind of like. It makes things simple, right? The neck, get it there. Even though you don't see it, I like to turn the neck in perspective. Okay, let's see. All right, let's carefully zoom in a little bit. I need this to be more on an angle. Oh. And even though you don't see this part, I still want to make it a little bit neater, right? So when we tween it, it doesn't get messed up as much. I just got to be careful about the pivot point, right? It's already getting a little bit messed up for this piece. Okay, there we go. Nice, we'll move this. Have a nice overlap. What I can do is I can just move it back, I think. There you go. I want this to overlap more, that line. Gotta move this up. Then we can move the sleeve down. There you go. There we go. This looks good. I might actually not make the arm angle towards the audience. I'll just do something like this instead. I think this is a little bit more dynamic. Okay, nice. So let's get the hair. The hair with this guy's a little bit easier to manipulate because it's all black, and you can kind of hide a lot of imperfections. I kind of like. Also, if you're using this rig, notice at the beginning I got some notifications like, oh, do you want to do a color recovery? You don't need to do that. You can just press no. It shouldn't mess up anything too much. Let's just move the head up a bit. Okay, and let's give him a nice mean expression. Right, I love the face on this guy. There's so much expressions that you can get. Profile neutral. There we go. Adjust it a bit. And let's move the head. Not that much down, but there we go. Okay. Let's see how it looks with the draw over. Pretty dynamic. Let's see. We're getting some breaks in the foot, so we got to change that. But what I'm going to do is do a keyframe, and I'll start another draw over. This time I'll be more tight to the lines. And then we can compare them to our next frame. All right, 15 minutes in. We're making some good time here. All right. That's too small. Let's do 2. Get these nice lines. Maybe a little curve. Okay, that looks fine. Gotta fix this foot though, because it's breaking in the render view. All right, that looks okay. Have this here. And I'm trying to do things in one line now. No more like scratching, sketching lines. I kind of just want one pull. That should do it. We'll go here. I think I want to do some more, something with the tunic to make it more like there be more movement. Okay, that's looking good. We'll have this. We'll give a little bit more of a negative space there. And down and up. I like this foot, so I think this should be fine. Okay, that's the lower body. Maybe if we go like something like this. Right, like his tunic should be back in the wind. Get that nice overlap. Here, I want to see some of the back belt. And then there's the belt here. Okay, looking good. Same thing, I want these lines to meet perfectly. I like the movement in the sleeve. That's looking okay. Some good negative space in between there. That's an interesting shape. Here, let's see. I like that as well. That's pretty cool. And I want some overlap here. For this arm, we want a little bit of a curve on the arm. Right? When you have deformers, you might as well some curvature on the arm. Don't just keep it straight, because then it looks really cut out. That's looking fine. This guy, I think the arm should be overlapping this way. And then here. And back. With this, we could probably get away with a curve like this. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for another round of posing. So I'll break up all my poses into these steps. Draw over, adjust. Draw over, adjust. And the more you use the rig, the more comfortable you are. I say this all the time. The more comfortable you get with the rig and the show and the characters, the less drawovers you'll have to do. When you first start a show, me at least, right, I basically draw over every single pose that I'm doing. But then eventually, I don't have to draw over as much. I just get used to it. Okay, that's fine. We got to fix this. Okay, let's move this guy up here. It's a little bit weird because the offset's right there. That's probably not the best place for it. But that's okay. That was working a little bit better. here, here. And this is like an easy dynamic pose to do. Profile, right? We'll do a harder one next. Also good to do these live streams to kind of time myself. How fast can I actually pose out something? It's a little bit hard when you're talking, right? But whatever. Okay, so let's get this flapping in the wind like that. I'll go here. I don't think we have to change it too much. And we'll go, see that pivot point? I kind of want it to be still in the middle. And now I can adjust the deformers. That's something I always forget to do, is pay attention to my pivot points, but it's super, super important. All right. We can scroll through already. Look at that. A lot more movement, I think. We get this belt. Let's go into the node view, actually. Belt back. Whenever I can't find a piece, I just click it, go into the node view, and I can see it better. It helps that I built this rig so I know where the pieces should be. But once you get used to rigs like this, you'll be, it shouldn't be too hard to find where things should be. All right, let's get these shoulders nice and like aligned. Okay, and we want some overlap here. Maybe I'll move this up. Yeah, see this line? That's what I want. But I don't really want to move this guy. Okay, let's give it more of like a circular shape. That's looking fine. Let's move this guy in front. "22 minutes, we're still good." Add some shape to the arms now. Right, and if this one is working, the other rig should be working because it's the exact same rig. All I did was create a new color palette, which was surprisingly not as easy as I thought. So if anyone knows a quick way to swap color palettes, let me know, because that would be super useful. Because you can clone the palette, but then you can't really have these characters unless you do a color override, actually. Never thought of that, actually. Let me try. That's an interesting thing to think of. Because if you clone a palette, it's usually whatever palette's on the top is going to show. You can have two rigs that use the same palette. But if you color override one, I never thought about that. Maybe that would work. Okay, so let's... looking okay. Node view. Let's see our drawovers. Nice. Very dynamic. So if we go like this, just a tiny bit more movement, a tiny bit more like bulge in the muscles, right? That is looking way better. And if we go here, it's still broken a little bit. So let's just fix this in our render view. See, there we go. That's what we want. Oh, no, that's not what I want. There we go. Look at that. Can't really see because it's dark, but that's okay. So let's save this. And let's do another one. Let's do another pose. So far I'm liking this. I'm liking how this rig is made. The adjustments we made really helped. Okay, now let's do one in the 3/4 view. He'll be a little more dynamic and a little more perspective. Ooh. So that is an interesting. That is very interesting. I don't know why that happened. It must be because some of the frames weren't keyed properly. So we have some weird things happening with the feet. Good to know. So here, let's just key these again. And that should fix the problem. Another thing that's good to know. So here he's going to be sort of in like a fighting stance. He's going to be looking at something above him. We're going to need to foreshorten the arms, and we're going to need to foreshorten maybe the neck and the body a little bit. Okay, so let's get the draw over. That's the rough position. Still, we're going to have this C curve. Right, just like this. His arms are going to be pointed this way, but his forearm is going to be foreshortened. It's going to be in a fist, like that, with some negative space there. And we'll have this arm is going to be back. And foreshorten it here. So we'll see if we have the poses for this. We need this. We're going to have to foreshorten the legs as well. So we're really pushing this rig. Here, this actually will work, this pose. And then here should be fine. We want it to be like this. But we need a bit more space. So let's select this, move this here. We want to move the leg out a little bit. And we want to move this leg out a little bit so he's more balanced. And he's a wider, more dynamic stance. His neck is going to be here, and his head is going to be cutting off the neck. Right? And very just rough for when I'm starting. Now I can start posing my character. 27 minutes. All right. Let's keep going. Boom. Boom. We'll drop this. We'll move the neck and the head. Maybe I can even make the head a little bit bigger. I'm probably going to need a new head pose, actually. It's fine because we can do that. This will be in front. We're not foreshortening just yet. I'm just lining things up. This arm, we'll move it down here. There we go, something like that. Legs. Try and keep the pivot point where they relatively should go. That's not going to work. So here, have this facing out. Okay. Not bad. And then we'll move this here, and we'll bring this hand in front, and we'll see if we can choose a better hand. We should have the hands for it. Let's see. Yes, we do. Look at that. See? All that time really paid off. There's nothing worse than not having the correct hands that you need. Right? And then here, I think I need more of a like front 3/4 head. There you go. I could use the master controller, but whatever. I actually still can. So let's use the master controller. Go here. Here is the head tilt. It's this. There it goes. And let's have his head tilt up and a little to the front. So now we can move this a little bit here. We'll overlap. Gotta move this ear back. And look at that. Ah, master controllers are useful. You can sort of start this just to roughly lay it out, and then we'll draw over again and make it easier to see. Okay. This. Right, we're still getting those C curves. I want nice flowing line. One. We gotta have some perspective on the feet. Skew them like that. There's the tunic like that. We'll have the overlap showing. And here, we'll have a couple overlapping lines. Same thing. Nice perspective. There you go. So here might be a little tough. I'm gonna have a nice smooth line here all the way around to the shoulder. I'm gonna have to move the sleeve up. Just like that. This is gonna go back. And we need to just curve this a little bit. And then we can foreshorten the arm like that. Same with this guy. We got to move this in front. And then the way our wrists are built, we can foreshorten that pretty easy, I think. Here, there. A nice sort of S curve, C curve, gets a nice depth in the body. There you go. Maybe show the neck a little bit. And of course, we're going to make him angry. We don't want him to be smiling. Nice. Yeah, let's get into it. Now we can really use these deformers. We want oh wait, so we can see. Hang on a second. Keyframe the next one. Okay. Let's adjust this guy. Curve that. Bring this in with this tool. Right, I'm using the deformers. I'm not skewing it or anything. That way the line thickness kind of stays the same. We need this to go in front. This to be cut. We have our hand cutter here. We got to turn that on. So let's move this back. Let me know when you want to go. Okay. This. Bring this down to match up. We'll bring the shoulders up. Keep those connected. Nice overlap. And then here, bring this here. So that messes up my pivot point a little bit. So let's try that again. I'm going to bring this up. I think there's no way around it. I'm going to have a weird pivot point. See that? Got to recolor that. So we're sort of adjusting this, right? Move this, get this in a nice curve. And like your pivot points aren't going to be perfect all the time, but to limit the damage, it's to like pay attention to them. Okay. How is it going? Nice for you to stop by. How are you? Ooh, my hair is crazy. And yeah, guys, any questions? Feel free to ask them. That's kind of why we do these streams. So here, I have this. I want to move there. And then I'll move it in front. Move this guy in front. I don't want to change the pivot point. And see this? This is just from the recoloring. I just got to color it back to the line color. Let's go here. There you go. See? That fixes it. Got to do that maybe on the other rig. But these are just small things, so I can update it later. Bring this guy in. We're going to go here. Right, same thing. This, I'll just do the blank drawing substitution. Get our other wrist cutter, because that's what I was missing last week. We found that we couldn't do drawing substitution like this. We couldn't do perspective because we didn't have the cutter to cut the wrist. This. Looking okay. And what we could do, maybe this arm bigger and make this arm slightly smaller. Okay, let's get this belt. Pivot point's in a good spot. We can just use the deformers. Anyone watching? You guys working on any animations? Or watching any cool animated stuff? I know I just saw it today. It's not really animated, but there's a new Indiana Jones movie coming out. I saw the trailer for that today. That's pretty fun. Move this back. See, but the pivot point's going to be pretty messed up there, but not too much. I'm going to get some overlap. Move this guy here, and we'll follow our drawing a little bit better. But yeah, I'm actually happy with these rigs now. I feel they've gotten to a point where you can get stuff done with them. They look okay. I can post the walk cycle in the Discord that I did just to show you guys what a finished animation could look like with these rigs. And also I can even post it on my Gumroad so you have access to it when you download the rig. That would also be a smart idea. do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm streaming a lot now because in February, we're probably going to have to limit our streams to once a week. Which is okay, but you know, they're fun to do. So trying to get as many as I can before Christmas and the new year. And hopefully you guys find them helpful. That's kind of the point. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Looks good. Wait. This cut off. We'll bring this guy here. Lower it like that. I need to go into the node view. Collar detail. Let's bring this. Oops. No. Good idea. Probably needs a deformer on it. But whatever. Where's the neck? Okay. It's not what I want. I want this guy. Like this. And move the hair back. Get rid of these drawovers. Look at that, pretty dynamic pose. You can get some right. That's what we had. I don't know. Look, I really love the feet. I think the feet really make this rig special because you can get so many different poses with the feet. Poses. We can do more after, but I think I got to cut this stream short, guys. I know people are just logging on now, but I got to step out for a sec. So we can only do like 40 minutes today. So this is what we were looking at, guys. A couple dynamic poses with this rig. It was relatively simple. Actually, before we leave, let me see if I could save this. I want to show you guys the walk cycle. Recent. Here we go. If it ever opens. I was working on this before just to get some more practice in with this rig, and it turned out pretty good. So this is the guy. If we play it, like that is a super nice walk cycle, I think. We got the feet moving really nice. You can see the bottoms of the feet. The arms are swinging really nice. The face looks great. So I can save this as a template. And I'll also post this on my Gumroad so you guys can also have this walk cycle as well. But that'll be maybe tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, still lots of testing, lots of animation to do. So we still got a long way to go. Yeah, no problem. So it'll be on the Gumroad. It'll be under like both the paid version and the free version. So all you got to do is bring in the keyframes to whatever scene you're animating. So it should be easy as that. Okay, before we go, channel updates. I'm going to do a few videos, guys. There's still a few videos that I have to edit. Of course, we're doing the one where how to do a rubber hose arm or animation. And also we're going to do how to make characters pick up props and how to import props into your scene. Because with these rigs as well, there's a couple props that come with the pack. And if you don't know how to use them, it can be quite annoying. So the next few videos will be focusing on that. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, you saw the last one, right? Red Devi Ball. We were doing a jump last week, and it ended up looking horrible. This looks a little bit better, right? I'm more happy with this. Again, the feet really make it for me. You can really get some nice perspective. And fuck, there's so many people now, but that's okay, guys. So I'll see you next Tuesday. next Tuesday we'll be doing another stream. So thanks for watching. This was a real quick one, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Ciao.